students, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the right hand finger names and exercises 10, 11, and 12. So let's get into it. The right hand finger names. Typically this is seen in fingerstyle guitar or finger picking guitar. Typically that's classical guitar or sometimes folk guitar. You can think of Cat Stevens or Simon and Garfunkel are people that would typically finger pick. Now, when I'm talking about finger picking, I mean that you're using different fingers to play different strings. So you can do arpeggios a little bit quicker. So, for instance, I'm using each finger on a different string in order to play those notes quickly one after another. Typically in rock music, you don't see finger picking, you see strumming, where you're playing all the strings at the same time with, say, a guitar pick. Today we're going to be talking about how we finger pick. Alright, so let's go over the names of each finger. Your thumb is going to be P for pulgar, which I think is Latin for thumb. So P, pulgar, that's your thumb. I, this one's a little bit easier. I for index finger. It actually comes from the term indicio, but think about it, I for index. M for middle, again, pretty easy. It does stand for medio, but just M for middle, very helpful. And then finally we get to your ring finger, which is A or angular. This one, just A, just think about it. There's not really an easy way to think about it like I and M are. But yeah, A for your ring finger. And then finally, we don't use the pinky, mostly because it's so much smaller than the rest of the fingers. It doesn't fit on the guitar quite right in order to kind of do the finger picking we want to. So we're just going to ignore the pinky for right now. You do see it sometimes in flamenco guitar when they're doing like strumming stuff, but very rarely would you finger pick with the pinky. So I'm just going to ignore that for right now. In fact, the only two fingers we're really going to be concerned about today are your I and your M fingers. Now, your I finger is going to comfortably go to that note B on the second string, and your M finger is going to go to the E, or the first string. Once you have your fingers down, tips of your fingers on the string, you're going to bring your hand back. It's the same thing we've been doing, but for some reason, it always confuses kids when you start adding that second finger. I see a lot of like this, where they're trying to push the strings down. Sometimes I see them on the wrong strings. So just make sure that they have I and M together. You want to have your thumb a little bit higher up, so when the fingers come back, they're not running into M. They're sort of passing like two ships in the night almost. So thumb up here, these two down here, and we bring them back. Alright, so let's take a look at our exercises. As always, you want to look at the time signature first. So exercise 10, we are in 2/4 time. Now you can see the notes are stacked on top of each other. That means they are played together. So the E and the B are both played together in this exercise. We start with a half note in 2/4 time. That means it's going to be the whole measure. So playing I and M, and you'll see that M is in red because it plays the first string, and that I is in blue because it's playing the second string. So exercise 10 starts off 1, 2, half note, half note, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that is exercise 10. Now let's look at exercise 11. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and tell me what time signature we have. Go ahead and take a second, look at it, tell me if you can tell. Alright, the time signature is 3/4 time. That means we count to 3 in each measure. Now we start with a dotted half note in the first measure. That means we hold that out for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. Now the second measure we have quarter notes, so we are going to go 1, 2, 3, followed by another dotted half note. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm going to play number 11 one more time all the way through, no stopping and talking about things, just start to finish. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, All right, now let's take a look at number 12. This one is also in 3/4 time, but we have some rests in here. So let's make sure that we review and we understand what a rest means. A rest sort of looks like that squiggly line, right? And it just means that we put our hand over the strings and we don't let it make any more noise. So that would be a rest right there. We don't want where we smack the guitar. All right, so number 12, again, we are in 3/4 time. We're going to start off with that dotted half note. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go to quarter notes. 1, 2, 3. 1, rest, rest. 1, 2, 3. The really important thing for 12 is to understand the difference between holding out a dotted half note for 3 beats versus a quarter note followed by 2 rests. Yes, you're playing on 1 for both of them, but they're vastly different, right? 1, rest. Sounds different than 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to play 12 one more time. You guys can try and play it along with me. I'll go to very slow tempo. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, rest, rest. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's it for now. Next week we'll be back with the guitar waltz, a really, really exciting one. So I look forward to seeing you guys back next week. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck practicing.